Hula Dance Fusion, we're going to focus on Veru, the figure eight, and hip accent. When you do your hip accent, I really want you to focus on using the muscles in your glute, okay? So a good exercise for that is extending your right leg, put just a little bit weight on the ball, not much. The whole weight is on your other foot. Now, all I want you to do is bring your hand here. You're going to squeeze your glute and then release. Now, the reason why I want you to put the hand is because it helps you to kind of feel that contraction. Sometimes your mind and body connection works better when you could feel the muscle actually contracting. And so it kind of builds a memory cell, a bit, muscle memory cell, a bit faster too. So squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Again, you don't want to work the quads. It's all in your glute. Repeat on the other leg. Now, your left cheek, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. I want you to feel that because those are the muscles you're going to use when you're doing your hip bumps, okay, or the accents. Now, bend your knees, and I want you to feel that muscle going a contraction and a release, a contraction and a release, and a contraction and a release. It just adds more into the accent. And then it has a nice reverb. Yeah, it's reverbing the muscles and your flesh, and it makes it more shaky and more juicy. But the thing is that I don't want you to overdo it with your hip joint. So that's why you want to use the muscles to move your hip and not try to think of moving your hip bone or your joint. You want to focus on the muscles, okay? Muscles are moving the bones, not the bone moving the muscles. You got to get that. Okay, so we're going to do this with our figure eights. And I think we did the figure eight on week 1, so I'm not going to break it down much. So you're just going to go right, left, and then this is when you add your hip accent. You're going to squeeze, release. Work those muscles. Now you're going to repeat your figure eight from left to right. You're going to go left, right, and bump, right, left, and bump, left, right, and bump, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Good. Bump. Now we're going to add some arm, of course. The arm's going to go out. When you bump, the direction of where the bump is, that's where you're going to leave that arm out, and the other one just goes behind. Bump. Arms both out, and now you're going to bump on the left side. Bump. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do this a lot in the song. Okay. Now again, you're working your glutes, your obliques. Bump. And then in the midsection of the song, you'll be doing your armies. You're just going to bring your arms out. We're going to go clockwise first. Okay, we'll do maybe 16. We're going to speed it up. Okay, and then you're going to go the other way. And we'll do about maybe 16, 32 counts on one, then 32 counts on the other one. Arms up like this. Okay, and then you're going to go back to your figure eight and your hip accent. So the goal is to really get the muscle in your glutes, engaging those hip bumps, and of course, working your obliques when you're doing your figure eight and your armies. See you with music. If you like this breakdown and you want to see how it looks like with music, click right here. And if you want to have weekly breakdown, subscribe to our channel. And if you're like me and you love dancing, well, there's way more full practice and full choreographies and just more of dancing. Go on our website.